Hi guys, just have a quick video for you today to show you different ways to load up exercises while you're at home using minimal equipment. So if you don't have access to kind of barbells or bands or anything like that, I'm going to show you a few different things you can do at home to make your own equipment. Okay, so one of the easiest things for anybody to use is just a water bottle. Okay, I have 5-litre water bottles here, but obviously at home you could just use regular 2-litre bottles if you wanted. So roughly 1 ml of water weighs roughly 1 gram, so that means a 5-litre bottle roughly weighs about 5 kilos. Same for a 2-litre bottle would weigh roughly 2 kilos. Okay, there's a variety of ways we can use these to load them up. Obviously we can use them like dumbbells. We can also use them for kind of squats and other stuff in this front loaded position like this. So this is just like our front rack position. So for here, if I'm doing an exercise like squats, I would just hold it nice and tight to my chest, squatting down and back up. Same goes for lunges, going forwards, lunges going backwards. We can use them for split squats and a variety of other exercises. So generally lower body exercises we can use in the front rack position like so. Okay, if we want to use them for upper body stuff and the handles are feeling kind of slightly uncomfortable to hold in your hand, an easy hack for this is to use a tea towel. Okay, so all I've done here is kind of fold the tea towel up like so. I'll just slot it through the handle here. From there I can just tie a tiny little knot in it. It doesn't even need to be like overly secure. Once I'm holding the part where the knot crosses over there, I have a nice kind of secure handle here like so. Okay, so I'm just going to do the same with my other water bottle here and just show you a few kind of two-handed exercises that we can do. So I'm leaving it through, taking our tiny knot, grabbing it. Okay, so I basically have two 5-kilo dumbbells in my hands now. It's nice and easy on the hand to hold. It's actually a little bit more unstable than if I was just holding it solid. Okay, so you're getting a little bit more of a challenge to your core stability than with any exercise you do here. Exercise we can do while holding them like this is just stuff like regular like bicep curls up and down. So if your program calls for that, we can do bicep curls with these. Obviously if the weight feels really light, what you'll do with any of these exercises is just slow it right down to make it a bit harder. So instead of me like flying up and down like I might do with a heavier weight, obviously to make this harder I would go up much slower, hold it at the top, back down with control. You'll find after a few reps you'll feel it pretty much the same as you would with a heavier weight. Okay, examples of other exercises we can do while holding like this would be like lateral raises up and down for our shoulders. We can do upright rows. I can also bend over and do bent over rows. Okay, a little bit more ideal to do these though with a grip a bit further down on the handle. So I can just grab the towel itself like this and now I can get a bigger range of motion in like so. Okay, we can also do overhead pressing. So for that I would be holding my handle again out either side of my body like so. So it helps with 2 water bottles that are roughly the same size or the same brand, and then I can press up and down overhead from here. Obviously taking good control to make sure that I'm nice and stable. If I fly up they're going to be all over the place, so I have to stay really tight and strong to make sure that I control the position. Okay, I can also go into a front rack position here like so, similar to if I had some kettlebells, and the same exercises as what I already did. I can load up my squats, lunges, I can do my split squats, any variation of leg exercises that you can think of. Okay, if you have deadlifts or anything like that, we can obviously hold them here between our legs and do our deadlifts up and down. I can do kettlebell swings or similar to kettlebell swings. I can load up, fire up, control, up and down. Okay, so obviously I just have to stay really tight with loads of control to make sure that the weights aren't flying all over the place. Other like deadlifting variations, I can go back to holding the bottle just like this and then bring it back into my hips and drive back up from there. Okay, so again with most of the stuff to get your kind of bang for your buck out of it, because you are using lighter weights than what you would normally use, I would recommend probably going near enough to the point of failure or technical failure with any of your exercises. So get to the point where you feel like you can't really do any more reps with good technique, and then you can leave it there. You can also slow your reps right down. So say even for the deadlift there, or the stiff leg deadlift, instead of me just sitting back into my hips and firing back up, I might control it right down nice and slowly, pause for a second at the top and come up slowly with control then again. So really feeling my way through any of the exercises that we're doing. Okay, so that's how you'll go about using water bottles. The next piece of equipment that I can use that pretty much anybody will have access to is just a backpack. So if you have a good quality backpack, you'll be able to load it up kind of heavy enough. I just have a 5 kilo water bottle in this at the moment, but I could easily fit like 3 of those in this if I wanted and have like a 15 kilo backpack. We've two options for holding it. So obviously we can strap it to our back. If you can, obviously get the straps nice and tight to your body so it's not like pulling down. We'll try have the weight up kind of nice and high and flush to our spine if we can. It helps if you have it loaded up with stuff that fills the whole backpack up as well, rather than just the weight being all at the bottom. It'll help if we kind of distribute it out. So with this back loaded stuff, same as with the water bottles, we can use it for any of our lower body exercises. So we can do our squats, up and down, we can do our lunges, forwards and backwards, we can do split squats, any variation of leg exercises that you want. Same if you're doing calf raises or anything like that, you could obviously stand on a step and then we're doing our calf raises up and down with our extra loading. You can also use the water bottles for that as well. We can also use these like dumbbells as well if we want. So all I need to do here really is get a nice tight grip of the handle. Try holding it in a way so when you are holding it, the whole bag is kind of nearly parallel to the floor, rather than me being like this. It'll feel much more secure and kind of comfortable in your hand. So from here I can use it like a dumbbell for any exercise I want. So I can do like bicep curls up and down. Obviously if I have two backpacks so I can mix it up that way. Same with like pressing overhead, so I can drive the bag up overhead, back down. I can obviously wear it on my back for like pull-ups and exercises like that. I can do bent over rows. So basically any dumbbell exercise you want, you can use the backpack for then as well. I can also use it in a front loaded position, like so, or I could have another backpack on my back here if I wanted. Same exercises as before, just do my squats, lunges, calf raises, anything like that you want to do. Okay, so that's how you'll go about using backpacks for extra loading. The last thing that we can use for creating our own loading with minimal equipment is kind of makeshift barbells. Okay, so this is kind of literally just a barbell. So all it is a broom handle, and I just have two water bottles kind of stuck into it either side. Now I don't need to stick it through like this. I was just kind of being a little bit creative here to try and make it more sturdy than the other option, which I'll also show in the video. All I did here was burn a hole through the plastic either side and push the barbell through, and then I just tightened it all up with duct tape. On the edge that's sticking out, I also just stuck a little screw up through the timber just to kind of stop it from pulling back out through the barbell. Now obviously if you've got really good duct tape or glue or anything like that, that should seal fairly well and the water shouldn't really escape. So obviously if I have a 5 kilo bottle each side, I roughly have a 10 kilo barbell there. Okay, if instead of a broom handle, if you were to get the handle off a shovel, so you can get that in most kind of hardware stores and that at the moment, that'll be a lot stronger than just using the water bottles at the moment. Okay, and it'll be quite cheap as well. So I can also, if I do use the shovel handle or whatever, I could also add extra weight into the bottles. So I could put in like a mixture of sand and water into that if I wanted, or other stuff to pour in to make it heavier than 5 kilos. Okay, but if it's just water alone, the 5 litre bottle will be 5 kilos. Okay, so obviously I can use it like a regular barbell, so I can do like any exercises I want, like my deadlifts. I can stick it up in front of my body here for front rack stuff, so like front squats, lunges. I can then use it as a barbell for like overhead pressing and other exercises as well, keeping my body nice and tight. Same goes for bent over rows. So it feels fairly secure the way I have it built in, and it's not really moving around too much. So that'll be your last option there, would be broom handle and then just some water bottles stuck in. So if you want, instead of sticking it through, I can just have the top of the handle resting on the barbell, on the broom handle. That'll make it a lot more unstable, so it'll be a good challenge for you to use. Obviously just be very, very careful when you're doing stuff like this. It's not designed to actually replace a barbell or anything like that, so you'll be doing it at your own risk. This is fairly sturdy though, and it's quite light, so a lot of you shouldn't really have any trouble with it. Okay, so there's 3 ways to kind of load stuff up at home. First thing we did was just using water bottles. I stuck a tea towel through the handle to make the handle a bit more secure, so I could either use that in the front rack position, or I can just literally use it as dumbbells with the handles. Second thing I used was a backpack. Same thing, I can use it like a dumbbell. I can have it on my back, I can have it on my front for any exercise I want to do. Last thing then is just our makeshift barbell, which is our wooden dowel and our water balls. Okay, thanks guys.